Howdy, folks. 12/20, 2011, about 6 after 2 in the afternoon. 38 degrees, 38.4 Fahrenheit, cloudy, expecting some rain. Well, folks, I really don't agree that Obama is the fourth best president ever. You know, he won the Swedish Nobel Peace Prize, and he invaded Libya unprovoked, killed, responsible for the killing and murder of 20, 30, 50, 6,000 people. If it's one person, it's too many. We used depleted uranium. We genetically destroyed this country. These stupid people. They when they asked the United States and NATO for help, little did they know we would destroy their own gene pool and expose them to radiation for the next 8.5 billion years. Folks, about that issue right there, there was, if you look at those videos, there was somebody in a NATO uniform right there when he was taken alive. And then there's the stories about the pre-approved surrender. But anyway, I think the Swedish Nobel Peace Prize ought to revoke this license. This really makes them look like a fool. So I'm just going down the line. I want to keep this a little short. There's some things here I wanted to make a note on. Right here, this story right here. Right here, folks. Well, I don't want to do that. Maybe just highlight this right here. So anyway, if you click this thing, you're gonna see some newsprint and then a video. They don't understand why this young 14-year-old girl was shot in the head, and they're grieving. They're grieving. The mother died a couple years earlier, some unfortunate accident. And so everybody's grieving on her, and I'm grieving too. I'm grieving on all those people in Libya, Afghanistan, Pakistan, that this coalition, Christian Crusaders, are killing. I have compassion towards them too. People minding their own business, and all of a sudden a drone comes by and blows them all up. Hey, what about Wiki collateral murder? These people in Baghdad, unarmed, are just walking around, and there was a journalist or two, and his cameramen were with them, and Apache helicopter got permission from their commanding officer, same video feed that we're looking at, to gun them down. Then some other people come to the rescue, don't know that there's an eye in the sky with a laser targeting them, or a machine gun barrel. They go to help these people, and then they shoot them too. There's a kid in the front seat and the back seat. I think they shot them too. Right through the window. People, this is not right. And we have Christmas coming up. Where is Jesus in all this stuff? Here, a Christian nation is murdering. It doesn't really matter who. And everybody. So, I'm this Amish. That's sad. But we're doing the same thing We're causing the same kind of pain to many people for many years. But people don't realize it. They just realize what's in front of them. And let me quickly go on here. Alarm as Dutch labs creates highly contagious killer flu. Was this the? I didn't look into this. Is this the bird, the pig, the swine flu? Well, this would be if this is what they're talking about. This is the fifth uh, generation. Swab in the petri dish, etc. Yeah. Hey, do you think these guys did it themselves? If this is the same one, there's people in different universities that are around the world under contract with the governments. The government funds the science department and say, well, yeah, we're gonna fund your science department, but you're gonna do a few things for us. Well, Barney Frank revealing shirt on the floor. Well, I don't know what's revealing about it. I mean, I got an opinion, but we'll leave it at that. I don't like Barney Frank. I think he's part of the crap that has made this country a bad country. Well, Iowa governor ignores Ron Paul. Ron Paul is the only, he may not mean what he's saying. He just might be another lying politician. But he is the only one that's talking a different story. So, folks, make up your own mind. He's talking a different story. No more wars. And, other stuff. Well, Syrian protesters, we miss Bush. Merkel goes on vacation. Uh, Boy, Palin, not too late to consider presidential run. Here's something else, folks. You see this article right here? Cairo Institutes uh, Institute burned during clashes. Academics scrambled to save thousands of rare manuscripts. This is madness. Who the frig is doing this? We had this when Rome invaded Alexandria. And at that time, it had records of all sorts of stuff. They burned all the books and all the records from previous to that. What good to mankind does any of this thing? They're just as stupid as we are. It really pissed me off. And look at Baghdad. Sumerians in the Christian Empire, the Muslim, the Jewish Empire. That was it. That was the start of everything in that area. Now we go to India, and 10,000 years before the beginning of the Bible, the Bible, the Quran, the Jewish Bible, whatever, India is having Star Wars. They're having cities nuked by aliens, by ETs. There's all sorts of stuff going on. But, this part of the world don't want to believe it. It's not in the Catholic Church scope of things. Or the Protestant Church, or the Muslim synagogue, or, mosque, Jewish synagogue. None of that stuff. It don't exist. How can it not exist? Did you see all those underwater cities in India? Uh, and and look it up on the internet. I don't have to tell you anything. Well, Russia urges probe of Libya's. So what? We have George Bush and Tony Blair convicted war criminals. Now, how can that tribunal in Malaysia find them guilty and the United Nations cannot? Folks, there is a separation here. Does Webster Dictionary have different definitions? You know what it is? It's discretionary law and order, which means there is no law and order. And I guarantee you, folks, there is no law and order in this country. You know what? Dalai Lama said something to the effect China is full of liars and hypocrites. The United States is full of liar, hypocrites, and bastards. Idiots, maggots. Dalai Lama ain't gonna use those kind of words. But you know what? I am. Oh. So here we gotta refresh again. Well, let's see here. Oh. This is kind of horseshit. I have no idea. Uh, well, I don't know about those things. Well, what, are we going to attack Venezuela now? Well, I bet the United States military love that. Romney. Well, what kind of society does U.S. want? I know exactly what they want. They want the cake and eat it too, folks. Well, Senator released a list of the most egregious, whatever that word is, ways your tax dollars were wasted. Mysteries sounds the great successor. Oh, this is great. What does that mean? The Jew God or the Muslim God or the Christian God, all three gods are going to come down as one. What would happen? What would happen if that happens, folks? You mean to say the Muslims are going to love the Jews? The Jews are going to love the Muslims? Is that what it means? Hallelujah. So, folks, this is interesting right here. Number 3 at State Department calls dictator smart, witty, problem solver, humorous, engaged. Well, and the country was not in the program with the rest of the world. Well, folks, I heard that right now there's only 3 countries in the world that do not have banks controlled by Rothschild. And that's Iran, North Korea, and Cuba. It used to be Iraq. And it used to be Libya also. But you see what we did there? For no reason whatsoever, lies, we invaded Iraq. And I think that Libya thing was all about the U.S. dollar. He wanted to trade his oil in a new African currency made out of gold bullion, and all of Africa was for it. This would have destroyed United States financially. I mean, if it ain't destroyed already. So, hey, folks, look it up. Look it up on the internet. That guy Gaddafi, he did a lot of great things for his people. He was not the tyrant that American media says he was. We would be so lucky if we could have a president like Gaddafi. I'm thinking that he did a lot of good things, and maybe he did some bad things. I don't. We don't want bad things. We only want good things. But by far, he did more good things for his citizens than any of our presidents have done, or any of our senators, any of our congressmen, any of our governors, any of our mayors have done for any of us. And we had to kill him. And the person that killed him got the Nobel Peace Prize. Folks, this ain't right. This ain't right. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. You see that first ever Earth-sized alien planet? Have you seen some of this stuff on YouTube? They have Earth-sized spaceships flying around our solar system. Even photographs of the sun. They've got these little white dots, which would, under magnification, would be the size of the Earth, making left turns, right turns, backwards, forwards, and then going into the sun. Interesting, folks. Interesting. I seen a video that kind of explains the sun. It's everything we think about the sun is a lie. It's not a billion degrees. There's H2O being spewed out from the sun. Those sunspots we see are actually wormholes, and these spaceships are going into these wormholes. Hey, it's completely far-fetched from current thinking, but folks, our thinking on the way things are have been way wrong for a long time. And there was another thing, but I forgot. Yeah, see that other thing right here? Iran will not be allowed nukes. Well, you all know about that U.S. drone that got shot down by Iran. It got shot down, but it landed on a runway. Well, folks, look on the internet, and you're gonna find that the Iranians hacked into the guidance system and brought it down. And you'll find that the Iranians, which United States and Israel did not know, have a 30-watt, well, they know now, but they have a 30-watt laser beam that they aim it at a satellite and puts it out of commission for a while. Like it shocks the photosensitive cells or something like that. And then they gotta reboot the system, and then it's up and running again. Something like that. Can you imagine that? So there's going to be no invasion of Iran until the Jews or the American army with their little cloaker suits uh, go to find wherever these 30-watt lasers are and pull the plug. We can't. How can anybody invade uh, Iran or any country with no spy in the sky? I mean, what the heck? Where would the government be without spy in the sky as American citizens? You think they would take away the spy in the sky for American citizens and put it back on Iran so you can talk? No, no. We got to keep an eye on people like me, which I'm sure, folks, you may see YouTube has only maybe 2 or 3 views on this, but I guarantee you this thing has been viewed by 1,000 different people working for the government. I'm just saying, people, and you government officials watching this, we got to stop these wars. We got to start being kind and nice to one another. And what's this Christmas all about? It's Jesus, baby Jesus. Does any of this stuff, does Jesus approve of beast sex for our GIs? It's against the law in the states, but now it's okay in the army. So that means they can only do it on the army base in the state of Wisconsin or the state of Illinois. It's legal for them to every army base is going to have a zoo for humans to have sex with animals. Is that what it is? Is that the important part of our country? Folks, there's good aliens, ETs out there, and there's bad ETs out there. It's and then I'm gonna call it quits. This is going way too long. But ever since recorded time, even before Jesus Christ, even before Adam and Eve, there is that recorded history of ETs, UFOs, and wars. So that means there's good ones and there's bad ones. And look at all these pyramids all over the world. Those people with all that technology just up and left or died or something. So I think even to this day we have good ETs and bad ETs fighting amongst us, overhead, underground, what have you. I don't know, folks. I just don't know. I don't even know who we are in the whole scope of things. But we are not. We're not human. With all this killing and murder and wars and stuff. This is not. This is not a natural. I don't think it's natural. I think Mother Nature is doesn't plot to destroy people, kill people, torture people, and I think that's something we're not following the path. We're following somebody's path, but I'll tell you, it's not my path. So that's it, folks. I want you to be happy, be nice. Oh, 24 minutes. Jeez. Be happy, be nice, be kind, be considerate, help your fellow neighbors. Be a good person, folks. Alright. Later.